Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we will be solving this exponential problem. So we have 4 to the power of x minus 1 plus 4 to the power of x plus 1 over 17 times 12 to the power of x. So the exponential rule that dominates in this exponent problem is that we're going to remember that one that says when the bases are the same and you have a minus sign in between, you subtract the exponents, or that one that says when two bases are the same and you have a division sign in between, you add your exponents. And because we have two terms on top, how do you know we have two terms? It's because 4 to the power of x minus 1 and 4 to the power of x plus 1 are separated by a plus. So when this is in terms of when a sum or a product, two products are separated by a plus or a minus, we call them separate terms. So a plus and a minus create different terms, but a times and a division does not create different terms, so we don't find ourselves factorizing. But in this instance, because we have two terms on top, we need to factorize. Now the first thing that we have to find is the common factor. The common factor is what appears in this other side of the plus sign and what appears the other side of the plus sign. So we just what is appearing most. So that's going to be our common factor. But first, let's expand this into that rule that we talked about. So I have written that exponential rule on the board so that you don't forget it. Now let's try to write the top part in the same way. Now we have 4, right? So you have to break that 12 in order to get a number and a 12. What can you multiply 4 with to give you a 12? Well, that's 3. So it's going to be 3 times 4. Well, there's really nothing we can do about the 17 to make it smaller. Or the other way to write it, well, if you want to find out another way to write a number, a big number, to make it small, you can say that number in your calculator, type in that number, do the equals to, and then shift fact, and you will get another way to express that number in this expression. So here we are. Now we have to take out the common factor on top, which is 4 to the power of x. Sorry guys, I didn't see that my camera wasn't recording, so I took out 4 to the power of x as our common factor, and here we are. So these exponential rules will apply throughout, just like the 3 times 4 to the power of x. So when you have a product like that, which means everything inside that bracket is to the power of that x. That's another exponential law. So here we are. Those 4 to the power of negative 1 and 4 to the power of 1 are separated by a plus because the two terms were separated by it. If it was a minus, then we would minus. Let's now see what we can do. What we can do is to cancel the 4s. 4 to the power of x can cancel each other. What we can do now is to cancel After that, we cancel the 4's, and what we know is that we cannot also have a negative exponent. Those are the exponential rules. So this is how we deal with a negative exponent. That is how you deal with the negative exponent. The negative one goes at the top with the a, and they both become positive. So now that is how we are going to write that 4 to the power of negative 1. You know 4 to the power of 1 is 4. Now here we are in this sum. So the top part can just be punched in to the calculator. I decided to